Hi guys, welcome back. I wanted to take the time to upload a quick video of my gaming and media setups. I have here my main gaming rig that's in my spare room, and I'll go over the specs of the setup and quickly just show how everything's laid out. The full specs of the systems will be listed in the description section of the upload. But first off, I'll just show you my main rig. So just run a single Asus 27-inch monitor. Soon I hope to add a couple more monitors to it, not for triple monitor gaming, but more just for multitasking. So I'll go for two more Asus monitors, probably 21.5-inch monitors, or might even get just a couple of 24s. Main issue is going to be just room on my table, so I'm going to figure out how I'm going to set it up. But when the time comes, I'll figure all that out. That'll all be probably done in January next year. I'll do a video upload on all that anyway when I do some updates to my system. I've also got the Z5500 sound system, and just got the two side speakers in the front on the desk, but I've also got the rear speakers. If I just pan to the sides, I've got the rear speakers just sat on some drawers. That's on either side of my room. I was originally going to mount them on the wall, but I decided not to. I just thought it'd just be easier to leave them there and not go drilling holes or anything in the wall, trying to mount them on the back wall there. Also I've got the case just tucked away under the desk. I didn't want it on the table, just want to save some space on the desk. Thought I would just mount it down there, we'll sit it down there. And the subwoofer and the control port of the sound system on the floor on the other side. I've also actually hidden all the cables from the computer behind the desk. I just bought some, I think they're towel holders. They're the plastic holders you can get. Usually put them in your bathrooms and that, but I just used some of the big ones of those and just hooked the cables over the top just to lift them up off the floor, give it a bit of a cleaner look. And yeah, I reckon it all looks pretty good. So I'm going to readjust the camera now and then and just getting closer to some of the parts that I've got and some of the mouse and keyboard and such. So I'll just reposition the camera and we'll keep going. Alright, here we have the Corsair K90 keyboard that I'm using for my main rig. I originally had a Microsoft MX518 and I decided that it was time to upgrade that keyboard. I'm pretty happy with this one. However, I don't actually use the extra G keys that it comes with. I would have liked to have been able to have those removable, like my MX518 that I used to have, which had removable G keys and removable number pad. This section here was able to be taken off, so you could just have all I need, just this area here. This is actually a mechanical keyboard. Actually, no, not all of them are mechanical keys. Just these ones here, not the F keys. Not the delete keys and such here. However, the number pad here is, from what I know. The arrow keys are, all these keys here are all mechanicals, but everything else are, I think they're just rubber dome keys. And they're cherry red switches too, so it's pretty good. It looks quite nice at night as well. I'll turn the lights off and we'll have a quick look. I think I got it on its brightest setting. It's got 3 brightness settings. I'll just adjust the camera. Yeah, there we go. So you can turn it off, and then yeah, it's actually quite bright on the camera. It's only just picking the lights up. Alright, but the highest setting for the brightness is a bit too much for me. I like to just keep it on the lowest setting at night, and yeah, the rest is really good too. Nice rubber finish, soft touch sort of finish like the BitPhoenix cases, and sweat and stuff isn't really a problem on it, not like the MX518 I had it when you had a bit of sweat on the rest. I was just getting a bit sticky and stuff, just a bit disgusting, but this is actually pretty good. So I'll just turn the light back on. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that keyboard. Does the job, and it was it took me a little while to get used to the cherry red switches. They're actually raised quite high compared to the keys on my previous keyboard, but you know, it's going pretty well. So anyway, enough of that. Have a look at the mouse. Here is the Satec Rat7 mouse. I've had this for a couple of years. It's been pretty good. However, I'm actually having some problems recently with the laser in the mouse. It tends to keep pausing, getting some tracking issues, and when I start the computer up sometimes it would freeze and I have to unplug it and plug it back in. But it is a couple of years old. They do have some problems with the lasers in them, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do, whether I should replace it with maybe the Corsair M90 to match the keyboard, or you know, try get another one of these possibly, because I actually need the pinky rest on it, because I've split my tendon in my pinky quite a while back. I actually sliced it on tin and I can't use it properly, so I just have it rest on the mouse so it doesn't keep getting dragged under the mouse, which a lot of people probably get some problems with that anyway. And it's nice mouse to customise to your hand. I've been pretty happy with it, although it was quite expensive when I bought it, and I'm a bit peed off that it's starting to stuff up already after about, you know, it's only been about 18 months probably. So I'll have to see if I can get it replaced under warranty, or I'll just get a completely different mouse. But there's nothing else that's really caught my eye at the moment. It's a claw grip sort of mouse. It's not like a palm rest, and you can stretch your fingers out, because your fingers go right over the buttons and can get a bit uncomfortable. So you actually have to like claw the mouse, and you can sort of get a bit of pains in your hands. So you'd have to move the palm rest back a bit to adjust for it, which is okay, works okay, but if you move it back too far it tends to start getting a bit wobbly. So there's a few things they should have taken into account, you know, when you're going to customise the mouse. It's a bit fragile in some places, but it's been okay. It's pretty good, and it tracks, well, it used to track pretty well on my SteelSeries XL mousepad. Got this mousepad because I tend to play on low sensitivity settings, and used to, on smaller mousepads, keep running off the pad. So I bought the XL version of the mousepad. Really good. That good in fact that I actually bought a one for spare. And I've got one for Dad as well. He needed a big mouse pad as well, so that's been really good. It's like a carpet style mouse pad. Instead of being a hard pad, you can fold it over, you know, roll it up and stuff. I had I'm not sure what the brand or what of the other mouse pad I tried out was, but it was like a foil layer in it, and it was a fairly raised and a hard pad, and when you accidentally fold it, it just got creases and stuff, so that annoyed me. So I ended up getting this one. It was only $19. It's a bloody brilliant. It's really good. So no problems there with the mouse pad. All mice I've tried on it at the moment have tracked pretty well. So anyway, moving on. I just got the camera on the tripod. Easier to try keep it still. So it's just closer to the screen here. Just got my rain meter set up just to give me an idea on space left on the disk drives, and my system stats, network stats, and you know, uptime and recycle bin. And I've got the Rocket Dock icons up the top. Customise it just for the things that I use most. I'm not a fan of having a ton of icons and things on my desktop, or you know, I like to keep it all pretty neat and simple. And yeah, just the speakers, as you can see there, just a, you know, budget mic. I'm looking at getting some Corsair Vengeance headphones with the mic attached to it. That way I can talk to my mates without having my speakers interfering with the chat sessions. And yeah, I just got my remote and, you know, the mouse, the mouse palm rest accessories and things in here. That's what you get for the mouse anyway. So I'll just keep that nearby if I want to quickly switch things over. Let's put that back there. So I'll have to, when I look at getting the extra monitors, I need to figure out how I'm going to mount them on this table. I'll probably have to move the speakers over a bit, just get rid of all this stuff, put it somewhere else, and hopefully if the monitors bases are small enough, like the Asus one I've got here, based on this one, I want to be able to sit the monitors on the table without having to use brackets, but it might end up coming to the stage where I'll need to buy a bigger table. This one's only 1500 millimeters wide. I should have bought the 1800 millimeters wide, or I could probably just get something custom made to go right across the wall, and so then I'll be able to fit all the monitors on the table. But I won't be going for triple monitor gaming. I only like playing on the single monitor. It's just for multitasking, because I'm looking at developing a game soon with one of my mates. Just need to have the extra screens, and just for some media work and things. So yeah, anyway, I'll keep moving on. Alright, so here we have the main system just sitting under the desk here. Didn't want to put it on the table, just wanted to save room, so I put it underneath. Tucks in pretty nicely. I actually had to modify the table because the middle support that you can see right at the back actually came about halfway up, and so I couldn't fit the case underneath. So I had to unscrew it and put it all the way up the back, just so I could slip the case underneath there, so it fits quite snug. Got the Cosmos 1000 case. I was looking at the Cosmos 2, but it was just way too big. It was actually going to come up probably about this high compared to the table I've got. The table was only 710 millimeters, and the Cosmos is, well, obviously just taller than that. It's a friggin' massive case. I'm hoping they'll maybe redo the Cosmos 2, maybe do a smaller version, and I'll probably go for that because I really love the handles on the cases. I originally had a Switch 810, and so that just turned out to be a bit of a piece of crap case. The paint was flaking on it only after a couple of weeks. It was just too fragile, and having a heavy water cooling rig in it, the whole case would bend when trying to lift it up. It just twist. I was just, yeah, not too happy with it. So I got rid of that and got this case, and yeah, it's probably the best case I've owned, even though it was made in 07. It's about 5 years old. It still, looks good, and yeah, still matches the looks of other cases, although the hard drives do get a bit hot with how they're positioned. But I've actually got a video of this case on my channel. Just look under the Cosmos Project Build Showcase, and it just gives you a look at the hardware and stuff that I've got in it. And I've also will have the specs listed on this video upload as well in the description section of what the case is running, the computer system's running. And yeah, I've got the fan controller inside the door as well, and just the dual bay res in there. And yeah, it all tucks away nice. I had to get the fan controller with the sliding controls instead of having the knobs, because the door sits quite flush with it. So if I had a different fan controller which was using knobs, then I wouldn't be able to close the door, and I don't want to leave the door off. But it gives it a nice clean look anyway. And I'll just move the camera over. As I said before, subwoofers underneath the table as well. I was going to put it on the outside here in the corner of the room, but the cables aren't long enough. I'm actually using just how I've got the cables and things, it was just going to be a bit too difficult, so I've just put it under the table along with the computer case, but just on the other side. I've got the power switches and things all tucked away behind, all the cables and things, and the control pod as well. Probably can't pull it out. There we go, probably see that. As you can see, it's got a display that lights up, so you can see it at night. Although pretty handy, you can't actually turn that off, and I found it to be a bit of a pain being on top of my desk as well, a bit too bright. The power button's a bit bright, gets in your face. So I thought I'd decide to just put it on top of the subwoofer under the table and just use the remote control to turn it on and off. And if I want to turn the system completely off, I've just got to well, I've got to crawl under the table and flick the switch at the back to turn it off. But yeah, the sound system's been pretty good. Runs really well with my Asus D2X sound card, I think it is. Pretty bassy and things. Battlefield and everything sounds bloody brilliant on it. Although I was going to look at getting the Z906 speakers, but apparently they're not as the subby and that isn't as powerful in that one. Although vocals and things are a lot nicer. I'm not that good with the whole audio thing. Like I could spend a bit more money and go for some other speakers. I've had a few people on the site that I buy from, on the Facebook page, remind me how crummy the Z5500s are. I don't know what people have got against it, but I think they're a pretty good sound system. Maybe they've just had some bad luck with the sound systems, but I'm pretty happy anyway. So I'm going to reposition the camera, but this time I'm going to go out in the lounge room, and I'm going to give you a quick look at the media setup I've got that's out there. So just give me a second. Alright, so here's the media rig. As you can see, I've got the music playing at the moment. That's what you've been hearing in the background of the video. So I'll go over some of the specs of the system. The actual media system itself, the media rig itself, I have the specs of that in detail in the description section, along with the other rig that I've got in my spare room. But here I've got the Sony Bravia EX5500, I think it is. It's the 55-inch LCD TV. I'm looking at replacing this later on, but for now it does the job. It's pretty good. I'd probably go for a Samsung 3D 60-inch TV or something. I'll figure that out when I'm looking to upgrade, but at the moment this has been doing pretty well. And I've got this set up for my little brothers and sister when they come over on the weekends to play some games and just hang out, and they love it. I've got the media rig tucked away just there, and that's in all the parts are sitting inside a Silverstone, I think it's an SG05 HT PC case. I think that's it. I'll double check that. And I've just got some Samsung 5.1 speakers with the subwoofer mounted alongside the media rig as well, and just a center speaker on the next shelf up with the DVD player and everything. But I don't actually use a DVD player. I play all my movies straight off the PC itself. And as you can see, they're the floor standing speakers, surround speakers. I've actually got the other two. If I pan around, they're on the back wall here. They can be a bit of a pain. When I've got people over, they tend to want to push on them all the time. I don't know why they want to do that. Little brothers and sisters tend to hit them sometimes. They almost fall over, so I'm probably going to look at uninstalling all that and maybe put it in the bedroom with my other TV that's in there. Put them in there and maybe get some another set of Z5500s, or maybe the Logitech Z906s for the lounge room. But again, I'll figure all that out in the future. Right now it's all doing the job, and it looks pretty good. Battlefield's pretty awesome on the weekends. I'll actually have a video of me playing Battlefield on this system up later on when I get a chance to do it. It's a good system to play on the weekends. I've got a spare keyboard and mouse that I just hook up to the PC down there, and just the front USB ports, get some extension cables, and I ended up just setting it up on the coffee table and sit back on the couch and have a bit of fun on the big screen TV. And also, I'll just quickly grab this controller. When I'm sitting down and want to surf the net, I actually just use one of these. It's just a Wi-Fi infrared controller or something. It's one of those wave ones, so might be able to pick this up. Just move it around. You can see the mouse, the cursor on the screen moving around. It gets a bit tricky sometimes if you need to recenter the cursor, just in case you've pushed it too far to the side. See how I'm moving the keyboard so far around, just trying to get the mouse back. You have to hit this button here, recenter it, recenter the cursor back in the middle. Then you can start again. That button just locks it, but you can just, takes a bit of getting used to, but it saves having to have a keyboard and mouse set up all the time. You go to your net and go to your YouTube. Pretty handy, you know, small keyboard and stuff on there. Batteries last quite a while too, so I haven't had to replace them too often, and it does the job. It's pretty cool. And again, you can see, if I refocus the camera, I've just got the rain meter again, as well as the rocket dock up the top, and just some reflective clock mod in the corner, just to, you know, keep it all neat and cool looking. So yeah, and I've also got the Lamptron 1200mm LED kit underneath. That's actually a Molex connection. I installed a Molex PCI power plug in the back of the media center rig, and so it just plugs straight into that. So it's quick and easy to unplug it if I need to take the case, the media rig out to do some work on it. And you know, it looks quite nice too. It's not too distracting at night when you have the lights off to watch a movie. It's pretty good. Because the LEDs are facing down, it's actually quite bright, but with them facing the floor, it's only lights it up a little bit. It's not too overpowering, not distracting or anything. It looks quite nice. I looked at actually putting this one of those, but in white, in my main bedroom. No, not the main bedroom. The spare bedroom with the main rig. But I found it just sort of actually got quite distracting, and it was actually quite bright how I wanted to set it up, so I just gave it a miss for now. I'll look into maybe getting some other lighting and stuff. But yeah, well, that's all I can really tell you for the main rig setup, the media setup in the lounge room. I am actually planning to replace the graphics card in the media rig. I'm running a GTX 560 Ti at the moment. I'm looking to switch it to maybe a GTX 660 just to get less power draw and a little bit more VRAM, double the VRAM and a little bit more performance boost for some of the games that I play. But it doesn't have to be anything too powerful, as you know, it's just a computer system I only play probably once or twice a week, whenever my relatives are over or have any mates over, and you know, we watch movies and stuff. So obviously we don't want it to be too power hungry, so we've got the 500 watt Silverstone power supply in that too, and yeah, that does the job. So that should be able to handle, it's got two PCI Express connections in it attached to the power supply, so no need for any adapters or anything, so that should run the 660 quite fine. Might even run a 670 if I wanted to, but I'm not that way inclined to put a big graphics card in it. I'd rather put an extra one in my main rig before I start putting anything too expensive in this one. So yeah, well, that's it for the media rig. And yeah, I'll probably just go back to the bedroom and the main room, the main rig, show a little bit more in there, and then we'll finish up the video. Okay, here we are, camera repositioned. It's I think it's time we finished up the video, just with the last look of the setup in the spare bedroom of the main rig. And yeah, just put the chair back. It was in the way when I was going to show you the case and keyboard and that. We've also, you know, just got the small couch there as well. It's a fold-out couch, which is useful for when my mates come over and they need somewhere to sleep. Does the job. Like, I was going to get a bed in here, but it's actually quite small in this bedroom, so I gave it a miss. Just got the couch instead. It's good enough. As you can see, I got my monster cans all stacking up there as well. Thought I'd do something different, see how high I can stack it all. Might even cover the whole wall with all monster cans yet. But this is actually a rented property, just a small block of units, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to be staying here. So I might, before I do any too many extra, before I go overboard with all the extra upgrades. What I should say is, before I do more upgrades, going to you know, triple screens and stuff, I might wait till I move and reset up everything. I'd like to fit another table in the spare room to get another computer in, and so I've got something for me mates to play on and hang with me in the bedroom instead of having to sit in the lounge room and play on the system out there. But anyway, look, I'm going to finish the video off now. I actually recently just bought a air compressor, which is to clean computer cases and stuff, all the dust and things out. I'm going to do a video on that soon. I'll do a video on the media rig as well, with some Battlefield footage playing on the TV. I have that up soon as well, and I think I've got a couple more benchmarks for the 670 being uploaded as well. So anyway, keep an eye out for more uploads. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll be back soon. Yeah, as I was saying with the air compressor, it's going to be like a how-to guide on cleaning your system. I wanted to buy the compressor. I didn't feel like buying compressed air cans all the time when I clean my system quite often, just keep it well maintained. So I thought the compressor was cheap, so I purchased that, and yeah, I'll show you the compressor and everything in the next video for when I do the computer system cleaning, the guide on how to do it without stuffing your system, and alternative to using a vacuum, which you shouldn't be doing. So anyway, one last look. Yep, side speakers, main system. Alright, thanks for watching.